Hi, my name is Tunku Dani. I'm the founder and CEO of Microleap. Microleap is a peer-to-peer financing platform that's regulated by the Securities Commission Malaysia.
Great, thank you for meeting with us today for this little interview. And the first question would be, how does Microleap plan to collaborate with the SE and other stakeholders to shape the future of Islamic Fintech?
So Microleap is an Islamic Fintech and we are regulated by the Securities Commission. So as a regulator, they ensure that we are in line with the guidelines. So this includes that we have the proper procedures in place, the trust accounts in place, so that investments and financing on our platform is in a regulated space and safe for users to invest and to raise funds through Microleap.
All right, and can you elaborate on how Microleap incorporates Maqasid al-Sharia principles into its operations and branding?
So we believe in Maqasid al-Sharia, which basically means inclusivity and fairness for everyone. So what we do is that unlike some other big institutions, we absorb the whole murabaha costs and all other Islamic costs, so that to raise financing on our platform, there's no difference between conventional financing and Islamic financing.
What factors do you believe have contributed to the significant growth of Islamic equity crowdfunding, ECF, and peer-to-peer P2P financing platforms in Malaysia?
I think the fact that everything is online and digital, that makes ECF and P2P financing different from other kind of equity and debt operators out there, so that you can actually just sit on your desktop using your laptop or even your mobile phone, apply to become an investor where you lend into a business, or you apply for financing as a company where you raise financing on our platform. You don't have to come to the office, you don't have to come to our branch. Basically, everything is done online.
How has Microleap's expansion into underserved areas of Malaysia impacted the reach and accessibility of Islamic financing?
So we have dedicated offices in several regions in Malaysia, Penang, Perak, Johor, Sabah and Sarawak, as well as, of course, Klang Valley. And even though we are fully digital online, you still sometimes need that physical touch, right? Because there's a trust issue with things that are fully online. You know, there's a lot of scammers out there and things like that. So by having these offices up and down the country in West and East Malaysia, you have a face to our platform so that you know that it is safe and trustworthy.
What are Microleap's future goals and strategies for advancing Islamic Fintech and ensuring greater financial inclusion?
So the fact that we have been set up is all about financial inclusion. You know, my favorite example is your makcik in Kuala Pilah that needs 10,000 ringgit. She goes to a bank, she gets rejected, but she is allowed to raise financing on our platform. So we have a real case down in Johor where she is a pisang goreng seller. She was 30 years running her family business, but only formalized her business 2 years ago. And banks being banks, they rejected her application because it needed at least 3 years of existence. So she raised on our platform, and within 2 days, she was fully funded, and she used that money to renovate her business, her premise, and as well as digital ads. So that really allowed her to grow her business, and it was all through our financing.
Amazing. That's really, really cool. And okay, so we're going to talk about you a little bit.
Yes.
What inspired you to transition from a career in banking to founding Microleap, and what challenges did you face during this shift?
So I've been a banker all my life. I was in London and also Malaysia. And what I found is that you're always helping the bigger players, you know, the big corporates, the multinationals, those listed companies. But what I found, which was neglected, was the small mom and pop stores, your micro entrepreneurs, your micro enterprises. So when I quit banking, I wanted to do something that was in my field of study, which was lending. So we thought, look, let's look at microfinancing, small loans. And then in my research, I found out that Malaysia was the first country in ASEAN or Asia to regulate P2P financing. So we managed to get the license from Securities Commission, and then I put two and two together. You know, microfinancing, but instead of getting funds from the bank, you get funds from the crowd.
And what was the challenge that you faced, though?
Well, one was buy-in from users. So when we first started, you know, to raise a 10,000 ringgit financing took us 30 days. Nowadays, to raise a 1 million ringgit financing will take us 2 days. So things are going quickly, We're growing at a fast pace. Users are used to our platform. So with that, we get that kind of push and traction to really grow Microleap.
Actually, being a banker and becoming an entrepreneur, there's a lot of mind shift changes involved. How did you shift your mind to adapt?
Well, obviously you have to become more entrepreneurial instead of just being a salaried banker. And salaries were good, of course, being a banker. But then you have to change your mind shift because now you're not looking after yourself, you're looking after employees. You know, I want to make sure they get paid their salary. So how am I going to innovate and grow the business? So that's a complete different mindset. And of course, that means as an owner of a business, as a founder, even on weekends, I'm thinking about what do I need to do now? You know, how do I make things better? How I grow the business? And that was the mind shift instead of only thinking Monday, Friday, 9 to 5.
What advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs who are also looking to start their own fintech ventures?
I think first of all is have a good founding team in place. Some people that you know that you can trust, and take that risk. But when you take that risk, always be ready to have a background in case things don't work. Obviously, if things don't work, I can always go back to banking, and that was always the crux in case everything goes wrong and I lose a lot of money. So be ready to take that risk, but be ready to have a good team and have a backup in case things don't go well.
Okay, last question about entrepreneurship. How do you balance innovation with regulatory compliance in the fintech industry?
The good thing about Securities Commission is that they are very pro-innovation. They like innovative ways that their people who they regulate come up with. So if anything new, we do go to regulators and tell them this is a new practice we want to do. Will it work or will it won't work? And they give us time to discuss it with them, have a working committee, maybe do a pilot study. So that innovation comes only because we have a very good regulator in place who is open to innovation. Without that, then things will not innovate in Malaysia and we'll be stuck. So the first start is have a good regulator who's pro-innovation.
Great, and I'm glad that you have the support that you need. So we're going to go into some really random questions.
Yes.
What's the most unconventional thing you've done to boost team morale?
Team morale, well for me, team morale happens every day. It's not just a one-off event. So I do come and see the team, make sure everything is going, how they're doing. We do have regular team lunches where we sit around, being Malaysians, we always like to eat, right? So we always go and have good team lunches. And I haven't done anything out of the ordinary. I think team morale is an everyday thing. So we have to make sure every day people are prepped, ready to hit the ground running.
Who would be in your favorite, or should I say your dream football team?
Oh my God, I'm a Manchester United fan. Everyone in the office knows that, be good or bad. So obviously, any of the legends from that team would be great. It would be great to have Ryan Giggs on my team, my favorite player, David Beckham on my right, me in the midfield with Roy Keane, pumping the ball around. That'll be perfect. Yeah.
Okay. And if your company was a superhero,
yes,
what powers would it have?
My favorite superhero growing up was Superman, because he always seems to save the day. So I guess the best power would be to, saving lives, so that you make a good impact on them, a good change. So yeah, if I can, have the simple power of impacting people would be amazing.
If you could drive anywhere, where would you drive to and why?
Oh wow, I would drive to a deserted island somewhere, nice beach, nice waters, switch off my phone so Afiq doesn't call me every day. That would be perfect, yeah.
What is one current trend you think is overrated?
Oh my God, current trends. Am I trendy? Am I looking at trends? I don't know. I mean, for me, trends are important because it's what people are thinking at the right time. So I have a younger team under me who will look at the trends, and we do lots of TikTok videos, things on Instagram, things on Facebook. So they're the guys who tell me what the trends are, not me. So yeah, don't think I'm trendy at all. So it's hard for me to answer that question.
What's your go-to snack during your work hours?
Oh my God, my go-to snack during work hours, I try not to snack too much. I try to eat healthily. But if there was a snack, it would definitely be cheezels every day.
My favorite.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah!
Thanks, Afiq.